wasn't playing. It was playing through that speaker. Do it
with
again. Give us another clap. And that was a little weaker.
Is your video
All
going?
right. Yeah, it's going. 10 minutes ago.
I'll figure it out, I guess.
Tyler's like, whatever, I'll figure it out.
We all drinking out of that cup.
Tyler's like,
I like how Tyler got himself a cup, but didn't get everybody else a
I
cup.
I thought we had already tried that.
Oh, this is something.
That was Dr. Enough.
I did not need that much. But,
Yeah.
Okay.
I tried it.
That's
I think I saw Dr. Enough in a Food City the other day.
Yes, that's the only place
Yeah.
that has it. It's
I
Food
saw it,
City
I was
around
like,
here.
oh, that's that. I was like, I couldn't remember the name. I just saw the bottle, so I was like, oh yeah, beep.
Yeah, Food City's the only place that has it around
She
here.
didn't read us in yet, so.
That's true.
Oh, crap.
That's
I
true.
want to beep. I've not heard a beep yet on
Then
our...
leave that in there and beep it.
Hi, and welcome to the Y'all Ain't Right podcast. I'm Brittany. I'm here with Nick, Tyler, and Todd. Okay, today we're gonna try a late one. I've had that one. I know Todd's.
Going for it.
I need to call a Kentuckian to see how they pronounce it.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
You like that better than Dr. Enough?
I think so. It's very ginger ale to me.
Definitely very ginger ale.
Yeah, I like that much more than the other one.
Yeah, me too.
I would have to
Yeah.
do it side
Yeah.
by side to say which one I like better, but it's not bad.
The other was too sweet for me.
Yeah, the other one, yeah.
I can't remember.
The other one was more like a Sprite, and
Yes,
I'm
it was.
the more carbonation the better for me, and
I'm
that
gonna
is a
tell you,
little
though, that's gonna
flat.
make me
I mean,
proud.
I love just soda water,
Yeah.
but I'm a...
Holding it in. All right, we're good. Dang. Yeah, that's got some fizzy to
Dang.
it. Dang. Dang.
Yeah, there's lots of bubbles in that.
That's very good, actually, though. I think that's better than the other one. Oh, show.
Yeah.
Better Mountain Dew?
No.
I don't like Mountain Dew, so that's a hard win.
I
It's
had
an
Mountain
easy
Dew
win.
I will
last night.
say ginger ale is like my favorite soft drink. So it's
I thought
hard.
it was grape soda.
It like if I'm gonna do like a fruity one, like a Sprite or lime or orange, I always go grape. But like if I just had my choice, it'd be ginger ale forever.
I like a cream soda, but just a little bit. I can't like a whole...
That's the problem with cream soda. You can't. I could sit there and pound some ginger ale. Like I could just drink them one after the other. But cream soda, no, I just feel like I get sick after the
It's
first one.
very sweet, but yeah, I like it better.
I just can't handle sweet. Like if something's way too sweet, it's not for me. I'm not big on sweets.
Being
Never-
in
never
restaurant
have been.
business, I drink soda morning, noon, and
Yeah,
night.
you're not
there
a
for
very
long
sweet
time, but-
person. Brittany was like, "You're not a very sweet person."
I'm not a very sweet person. I am too a
That-
sweet person.
Excessive
Negative
eye
Nelly
contact.
over there. Mr. Negativity.
Me? He's
You-
the one that argues with everything. I
Well,
blame Nick.
No, I never do that.
See this guy.
Arguing's one thing, but
See,
the
and
world...
it's not
of-
arguing; it's
the-
debating.
The argument for not
I was
arguing.
going to say, that's
Right? See?
saying somebody that
am
likes
I
to argue.
wrong, though? No. So, are you more of a ginger ale guy?
Yes.
I like ginger ale more than I do like Sprite or something.
See,
Yeah.
I'm with you. It's just better. I do like a Sprite every now and then, but it's small doses. It's very sweet.
What are you drinking over there?
As he points
the
to
energy
the
drink.
to the sweetest
I
energy
thought
drink
you
on the
were.
planet.
I thought you were no caffeine.
Today was an exception. I had to do it.
You remember what he said when he walked in here?
I was struggling.
It was very millennial. I
Yeah.
can't remember. What was it?
I'm
I
just
can't
not. I'm just not feeling it today.
Yeah.
I think it was more than that.
Yeah. I said I wasn't feeling it this morning. That's
Or
why.
the-
That's why I
That's
got
why he
here
was
late.
late. Yeah.
Yeah. I woke up and I was like, I'm not feeling it. I'm gonna take my time today.
I never would have thought another thing about that.
I was literally
That's
like,
my logic.
Yeah.
it's like very millennial.
Welcome to the 20 whatever century we're in.
Not, the
It's
world
like
does
I
not
can't keep
worry.
up. Centuries
what
just keep
century
coming
is
and going. No, Todd, I've decided that I'm going to use you for my news source from now on.
Jesus.
For your what?
News source.
I don't know if you want to do that.
I had
I'm gonna
headphones on.
start-
I thought I heard something else.
I'm going to
sorry.
start. I'm going to start spreading false information.
I was like, say what?
I
No,
do
you
fact
guys-
check.
Fake
though.
news? You're gonna fake news us? Don't, please don't fake news.
I can't.
I mean, I'm not on social media. I'm not keeping up with the news.
You
I'm
are too, because I send you
definitely-
stuff on social media.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's 100% sourced from you.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
So I
It
think
is not.
every week I'm just going to check in with you. Like, has anything happened major this past week that I need to know about?
Checking in with Todd.
Did World War III start?
Are we in WW3?
We moved some jets around, but
Well, we moved more than jets.
aircraft
Yeah.
carriers are
It's
on
like
the way. Yeah.
carriers and
Yeah.
all the little support vessels.
That was just a silly question. I didn't know we were going to go talk about it.
Well, let's deep dive into that. Todd.
Let's
Hey.
not do that. Speaking of debating,
Yeah, let's debate that.
I'll check back in with you next
Yeah, I was
week.
gonna say
And that's checking in with Todd for the week.
we'll just give you a summary.
We moved some ships. See you next week.
That's good enough for me.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, more than I knew when I got here. Okay, today we're going to be talking about grocery stores.
Uh-oh.
Do you know?
She doesn't go to them.
Yeah, I do. Oh,
No,
shut
you're
up.
self-sustaining.
are you a? Oh wait, okay. I forgot about that. I was gonna say, are you a set at home and get groceries delivered type of person?
Oh, no, that's Todd.
Yeah.
I am
100%.
now.
I have to go to the store. All right. Anyways,
Yeah.
continue. Sorry, I had to get that in.
No. How many vegetables and fruits do you buy?
I buy frozen,
See,
Okay,
you
because I was
were-
about
like
to say.
broccoli and
Still
stuff like
counts.
that.
That still counts.
But being a single guy, if I buy fresh vegetables, half of it goes to waste. Like whenever,
Not if you eat them.
when
You
I
buy
well,
one zucchini,
yeah, but I don't like zucchini.
one onion.
Yes,
Do you like
but I buy
onion?
frozen. I buy frozen onions, put it in the freezer.
That's a thing.
Yeah,
Okay, you had me at like. Okay, I was thinking like broccoli, peas,
Yeah,
carrots,
yeah,
yes,
me
like,
too.
yes,
Yeah,
all
but
frozen.
not onions.
I didn't.
But I do buy frozen onions. Yes,
Let's get. Why would? Okay, you know how long it takes for an onion to go bad.
a long time. I know
Why not just get the regular onion?
because it goes bad if I don't use it, or I use half.
Because
of
I don't use it for a long, long time.
and it sits in my fridge, or
Well-
depends on what I cook.
When one onion's $5, you got to be a little more careful.
Is it that much now?
89 cents.
I didn't.
They are if you go organic.
No.
Oh, I was like, I just buy it.
I got tomatoes
It's a 5-pound
that were
bag.
organic, and the one single tomato was like $2.50.
You know that organic stuff is a complete sham.
Oh, I know. I just got it because I couldn't find the other
Yeah.
tomatoes that I wanted.
Okay, all right. I was like, just
Please
making
don't.
sure.
Please don't. I don't need another thing to stress about.
There's a whole.
don't
No,
need
I mean,
another
it's,
rabbit
no,
hole.
it's just, I mean,
Second
it's just
most
been proven
millennial
at this
thing
point,
I've
it's just a
heard.
complete sham.
It's
Like
Why do you
organic
have to
stuff.
shatter my reality on a weekly basis?
There are some like farm to table that is legit organic.
If you
but-
went true farm to table, that's the only way to truly get organic.
but the FDA or whatever
Yeah.
organic stamp
They've
is,
debunked all that. It's a bunch of.
Oh,
it's a
this
crock.
is why I stay off the news.
It's a
Okay.
crock.
She says that, but she watches the documentaries that show all this stuff, like the food poison food or whatever. I don't know.
Apparently they've not delved into the accuracy of the organic.
No, they have
yet.
not. Most documentaries do not.
Okay.
Where were we?
I can't do the
Groceries.
I can't do the delivery stuff because I don't trust someone to pick out avocados and
I kind of thought that too until COVID rolled around, and then I was like, well, I mean, we got to. We were supposed to be quarantined because I think everyone but me had tested positive, and they're like, well, you got to stay there. I'm like, I don't want to. I don't have it. They're like, you're gonna get it. So that was the first time I remember us actually ordering groceries, and I was freaking out the entire time because I'm like, how do they know to check it? If they're gonna get the right thing. If it's not there, what are they going to get instead? And just like all these substitute things and whatnot, that it's just like, it's like, I don't want someone to substitute. I'm very picky on some things. So it's like when I want whole milk from Mayfield, I don't want you to substitute it with whole milk from Food Club.
Yeah, because they just do that automatically, right? If
Yeah.
you
You have to approve it.
Now they have
Okay.
like a button that you have to like opt out of substitutes.
gotcha.
But that
So-
kind of freaked me out. Like even like when they're picking vegetables or lettuce, like, are you going to look the head of lettuce
I've heard
over?
the vegetable argument a lot. Like, if you go to get a melon, to flick it and listen to see.
Well,
if
you
it's-
know what you like.
Right.
flick it and listen.
So
Yeah.
You don't know that? That's how you tell if it's ripe. You got to pick it up and flick until you hear the ripe.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
That's how
Is
you
this
tell.
if it sounds
watermelon?
hollow.
Yes.
On watermelon,
It works on almost any
on
melon.
watermelon. You check to see if it's like orangey looking, and then you can smell it.
You
and
look
it'll
for that
be
pale
fragrant.
yellow.
Everyone has their own.
You got to do all that too, but you got to flick it.
Yeah, you
And
still
flick
need to.
and listen.
Yeah, you need to flick it.
Same with the other
Guaranteed,
melons.
like
That's
100%.
Definitely the other melons because they don't have all the color changes. But yeah,
Like cantaloupe, all that stuff. You flick
Flick it.
it. You've never heard that?
I just buy it and hope for the best.
So what's the difference if you buy it and hope for the best, or if they
I don't
pick it?
buy a lot of
and-
melons.
I know.
Well,
I
so
don't.
lie.
yeah, but to that point, Todd,
So
good debate right here. He's
Yeah.
got a good point. If you're not going to check it, what does it matter if someone else checks it or not?
All the other produce.
Oh,
So I enjoyed shopping
okay.
before I had my heart attack. When I had my heart attack, I had to do
yeah, you had to do
the shopping, and I've just stuck with it because it's saving time. That was my Sunday morning, go to the grocery store, go wash the car, whatever. But now on Sunday, I do the food delivery. Again, I don't buy a lot of fresh vegetables. I buy a lot of frozen because I'm cooking for one. So I ended up, back then I was buying a lot of fruit and a lot of fresh vegetables, and half of it would go bad because I couldn't eat it fast enough because, if you buy berries and, all this other stuff, it just was going bad.
That's a
So,
lot of berries.
Yeah.
so I do.
Berries.
Well, I was trying to eat
berries.
better, but
He's very heavy.
so
very
fresh
heavy.
a lot of times or frozen is a lot of times better than fresh because it's actually fresher because it goes from the farm to frozen so much quicker and stuff like that. So
Is this true? Because I'm gonna latch onto that because you're my news source.
I don't know. I would debate that.
I've heard that about fish.
yeah,
No one's
Same
going to
one.
comment on that. Okay.
Yeah.
Tyler
I'll let it
gave
go.
the eye
Used to
roll.
it.
He gave the eye roll. I like that.
check it.
Honestly, though, I would debate that. Some things I would say are probably fresher if they go straight to frozen, but there's nothing that beats like a fresh apple.
Well, you're skipping
not
on.
gonna
You're
freeze
Well,
skipping on.
I don't buy frozen apples.
Okay, well, see, that's my point.
So you got to think too. Like it depends on how the distributor handles it. Like, do they take it and freeze it there, or do they have to send it somewhere else?
they're
for
He's
freezing
them
a pro
to-
debater over
Yeah.
here. He's pro at this.
Somebody's got to
Check
do
it.
it.
All them.
Really?
I'm
have
not
their-
checking it. It depends on the place.
All right, well, what about? I mean, produce is produce. That's fine. I get it.
Now
Sometimes
I
you're
will
gonna
not buy my
stuff.
steaks like that.
That's
I'll
what
go
I was
pick up
about
my
to say.
steaks.
What about meat?
You
You
know?
buying meat? You letting someone else
Gross.
pick that?
No, I do not. Like chicken, I will, but
I have watched those pickers go through there
I
and
know.
grab stuff. They just pick
just
up
sling it in
whatever,
there.
scan it, sling it
Yeah.
in. They don't care.
Even the employees that do like the curbside stuff, they just walk in there like they've got the special basket, like so
Yeah,
they're
the cart.
Yeah, the special cart. They're picking a curbside order. They just, I mean, it's this, and they just like drag it
Exactly.
into the buggy. I mean,
Well, you
just
can't
looking
blame
at their
them
phone.
because
Oh, I
something
can
that
blame
one
'em.
person would prefer, the other person would prefer
Yeah.
the opposite. So I'd just give up.
Again, I don't
personally, too.
Well,
do.
they shouldn't offer.
If I'm buying steaks, I will go in and get them.
They've got 1,000 of those orders to fulfill. They're trying to get it done as quick as they
Oh, I
can.
know.
Yeah,
Do you remember Kroger trying to make the little personal scanner happen?
they
When I
all
was-
talked about that.
Walmart
Like,
tried
they
it.
had
They'll
the
still do
buggy,
it.
and
Fresh
as you
Market-
would put things in the buggy, you would scan it, and then
Oh,
you'd be done at the
as
end.
you went.
Yeah.
I think Amazon.
See, to me, that makes more sense. Sorry, Todd. No, but to me, that makes more sense than the self checkout. I hate self checkout. I hate it.
Yeah.
You're
Like,
checking
it's-
out while you go. With
Yeah,
that.
that's a great idea. I didn't even know they did that.
Did you hear about the store? Was it Fresh Market and Amazon that tried the automatic buggy? It was supposed to be like all this
That's
AI.
what they were talking
Yeah.
about.
Well, but
Oh, no,
this
that's
is
different.
one. There's
I've
one
heard
where
about
you
that.
actually scan it and put it in your buggy. This one, it automatically did it.
They picked up the weight and everything.
Like,
But-
as it crosses the threshold, it just knows.
Somehow AI.
But they were using so many cameras, they actually had somebody putting it in. It wasn't
Oh,
AI at
Oh, it's
all.
all
wow.
fake?
Yeah,
That's news.
Why would
Well,
you
that's a
even
lie.
check it.
try to? Yeah. Why
Check
would
it.
you even try to fool
It-
people
it-
with
it-
that?
That just doesn't. I mean, that's just silly.
Yeah,
Like,
they
why
were
would you
trying. I
ever
think they were trying to
advertise that?
develop it, and it just wasn't
Oh,
working. So
yeah.
they literally had eye in the
I
sky
do like
kind
the
of
idea
deal.
of scanning as you go.
Yeah,
Now you're gonna have a
and
ton
Then
more
you have
theft.
to like.
but
then they're gonna be
do the
like, "Let me see your
bagging.
receipt," like Walmart does, and everyone fights that.
That's an unlawful
People will
search and
fight that.
seizure under your Fourth Amendment rights, and I do not let them check my receipt.
You're inside
Oh,
their
when they-
building.
when
You're
they
still
do that.
trespassing.
Yeah, I'm like,
some
I
of those
didn't- I
places
didn't
won't
steal
let it
anything.
just shop there. See, it's private business, so it's not
Yeah,
a.
they
it's not
can-
I was
against
gonna say
the
that's
They can do
bullshit.
whatever they want
Really?
on the
Yeah.
inside.
Yep,
Yeah, if you're in
Well,
there,
they just can't
I
tackle
didn't.
you.
I never steal anything, so I'm like,
I
well,
typically don't. That's why I don't go to Walmart.
They just
I
can't
refuse
tackle
to
you
go there
if you're.
anymore because self checkout, and then they want to check my receipt on the way out. Just hire somebody to scan
Literally.
the stuff.
yeah.
Like, what are we doing here, people?
You have someone to babysit the self checkout. You have
Yeah.
someone to check the receipts.
And they look at it so quick, like, you know in
they-
your head. It's
they-
like somebody checking your ID at
They
the bar.
don't.
Okay,
no,
you're
no,
good.
no, no,
I've
no,
got a
no. They
full-
scan now. They will scan your receipt and then they'll scan 2 or 3 random
I've never
items.
had. I've
got a
walked out
full
with pool
buggy.
supplies.
Well, if they
Blah, blah,
pick you,
blah.
they will. They won't just look. They have to. Like,
The guy did it the other day. I went through, like, I'll get a lot of my pool chemicals sometimes there, and they literally just look.
Every time I go through,
You know,
I'll have
I've got a
full
$50 thing of chlorine there.
I'll have a full buggy just full of bags that are like clearly stuff buried in there. Because when I self-checkout, I am shoving as much stuff in one bag as I possibly can because I don't want to be there doing that. I mean, that's not why. But anyways, so I'm like leaving, and they're like, "Can I see your receipt?" I'm like, "Jesus, okay, here." And they go,
Yeah.
and just hand
Yeah.
it back to me, and I'm like, "There's no way."
Yeah.
That was 10 seconds of you looking at the receipt, looking at my bags, which I know are full to the brim. You
Yeah.
can't see what's in there.
well, they just want to see that you've actually paid for something.
Yeah, I mean, but I've literally had, $50 things of chemical and stuff like that. That's the only thing I get there.
Used to, I know they did just look at it, but like they've got like a little. It looks like a cell phone, but it's a
Yeah.
scanner thing.
Is that Walmart
And-
now?
Yeah, and so
Sadly.
like I went through there, and my the guy that I know has been a customer service manager out there forever, and we got into it about this whole checking receipts crap, and he said that that's going to be their policy now is they have to physically scan because a lot of people were doing that.
That came out of corporate. They have to
yeah,
because
exactly.
the theft went so high,
Yeah.
so rampant that now they're investing technology into
Yeah.
checking receipts. Just hire a cashier. Like you
Literally.
can pay them $12 an hour. They'll stand there. Let them sit. Give them a chair. I don't care if they stand or sit. Just scan the stuff and throw it in a bag.
Yeah, it's
Like,
ridiculous.
but for whatever reason, that is just cashiers. That's like a horrible thing to call somebody. I'm like, that's how I got started.
yeah,
That was my first job. I was a cashier. I was checking people out.
you are a cashier. Literally, your job title.
Yeah. I don't understand. But now you're going to make me stand through a checkout line where I literally watch people just steal. That's the thing that gets me is I'll see somebody scan, and then they grab something and they're like,
Yeah, well, they're rolling
Don't.
out.
Oh, apparently at Dollar General, I think they got rid of the self checkout. At least
still
at
have
one
a
of the ones that we go
self-checkout.
to.
Oh, maybe.
Because there were people putting ramen barcodes on their wrists, so the camera was still getting them going like this.
no way.
And they were paying like
See,
$1.
That's what I'm
for-
saying. People are so, I mean, the extent that people will go to commit a crime
You've never switched a tag on anything?
is mind blowing to me. No, it never even crosses my mind.
Well,
to
I
do
grew up
that.
poor, so.
Coming from the restaurant and retail world, there was always
brilliant.
people that figured out how to skirt the system. And I always said if they would figure out a way to use
That
their
intellect
smarts
yes.
for good instead of circumventing,
Yeah.
I would've never
and then
in a
they would
million
get in
years
trouble, and then they're even poorer. It's an endless cycle.
I grew
Just
up
like
poor, so
druggies.
I've heard all the stories. Like,
That's, and I know it sounds silly, but I think that is beyond genius level.
I agree.
it's-
to be,
Yeah.
I mean, because you have to think, you are literally sitting at home
Yep.
thinking through a process to break what should be, for all intents and purposes, a pretty foolproof system, especially if you've got someone staring at you as you do it, and you're just, and it's on. That's brilliant. That is
Servers and
brilliant.
bartenders would always figure a way to
Comp cards.
scam the computer system
That's
and
People are so insanely smart. Just, I've always said that. Just use it for good. Use
just
it for good, please.
like people addicted to drugs, they're very, very smart
Be
and
careful.
they are
manipulative.
super manipulative.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Dang, that's insane. Ramen. I mean, I am mind blown right now.
Full disclaimer: don't do any
yeah,
of
do
this
not
stuff.
do this. But I would have never in a million years thought to do something like that.
Piece of electronic you just got.
And
89
someone-
cents.
Yeah, they've literally got 10 cents worth of tape on their wrist, and they're just,
And then selling it on Marketplace.
Get a tattoo.
is that what they're doing?
Oh, I don't
Probably.
know. Probably.
I literally have known people who went into Walmart and got a whole bunch of stuff and then just took it straight to customer service to get the money for it.
What?
Like, I'm going to return all of this.
And did they get away with it?
Apparently, I know
Oh
they've
my
cracked
God.
down on that a lot.
There's like
but that used to be
limits
a
on
Use
big,
an
how much you
old
can
receipt
return.
for
yeah. People will pick up receipts that people have dropped at the parking lot, go get the items, and return it.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, there's the craziest schemes out there.
I'm mind blown.
Don't do any of this stuff.
Yeah, I'm just okay. What you got?
And now a word from our sponsor. Interest rates have been a huge topic in the housing market for quite some time now. CMG Financial is running a program called Rate Rebound. That way you can buy now and refinance anytime in the next 5 years when interest rates drop for little to no cost. Call or text YARPOD to Norma White with CMG Financial to learn more at 865-898-5000. Tell her YARPOD sent ya.
Okay, and we're back. First grocery store.
Ooh.
What was that one? Do you know?
That I went to?
No.
I was confused. I was
Ever?
sitting here trying to think of like
Something in
Was
New
it
York City.
Food Lion? Was what's the A&E or what?
It was in Tennessee.
Really?
Whoa.
First grocery store ever?
So the first
Piggly
grocery
Wiggly.
store. Yep.
Was it?
Yeah.
Really?
That you didn't have to give a clerk a list. It was the first self-service grocery store.
Oh.
The movement away from the general store to the
Wait,
actual what we
Piggly
think
Wiggly
of
was
grocery
the first
store.
one ever?
1916
Wow.
in Memphis.
I did not know they've been around that long.
I gotta give that to Piggly Wiggly then.
Yeah.
Kudos. Piggly Wiggly. You can't not say that in some kind of funny way.
Is there any Piggly Wigglies?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're
Every
everywhere.
time we go to the
Yeah.
beach, we go to Piggly
So do
Wiggly.
you don't get the big like Piggly Wiggly, the Piggly Wiggly shirt, like the long sleeve. Am I the only one that's ever gotten one?
I've seen them,
Probably.
but
I've wanted one. I've never gotten
I'm saying
one.
you see people with them all the time. I'm like, where do you get that? It's Piggly Wiggly. It's like, well, the next time I go, I'm getting one,
Yep.
and I did.
I've got my Buc-ee's. That was
I got an orange one.
Yeah, Piggly Wiggly is still it's more rural focused.
It
though.
is. Yeah.
I knew there was a
It was probably the Dollar General before Dollar General was a thing.
I've always equated it to that. Like that was the DG before DG was DG.
Yeah, but more like grocery than general.
Yeah. Dang, first one.
What do you think the trashiest grocery store is, in your opinion?
Trashiest.
Yeah.
Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly.
Food
Probably
City.
like Ingles or something.
No, Ingles is like completely redone their stores. They're not.
Ingles
When?
is really priced high
I hadn't been in
compared to.
I just remember like 10 years ago walking in Ingles and seeing every shelf half empty and just like, is this actually a grocery store?
Ingles is like the target of grocery now.
Food City.
Yeah,
I
they're-
agree. I think Food City. I think part of it is
Now,
like
some of the new ones are.
yeah.
the
I don't
color
know.
scheme just makes it look a little dirty and dingy.
Red,
Like,
white, and blue? Excuse me.
No,
Well, the
come on.
they have a
inside.
lot of brown.
A lot of their
Yeah.
buildings are pretty old. They're doing a really good job of like
The remodels
moving
are
Have
to
you been in the
new-
new ones?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dang.
that's what I was saying. They've done a lot of moving to new locations.
The one out in Fountain City, it's in an old building, but it is nice. Like I go there over Kroger because the Kroger in Fountain City is an S-hole. Like it's just bad.
I like Kroger.
Like
Is
I,
mine.
I used to shop at Kroger when I was out here, but when I moved out there, I will not go to that Kroger ever again.
I always find myself at
disgusting.
Walmart. I don't know why. I guess because it's the closest to my house. But Lenore City has 3 big grocery stores and an Aldi. I mean, there's a Food City that's huge. There's an Ingles that's huge. There's Walmart, and then there's Aldi.
I know it's not. Here's a hot take, unpopular
I'll give you a
opinion.
hot take,
I don't
too.
like Aldi.
I hate
I
Aldi.
don't like Aldi.
Yeah, I don't like Aldi at
Stop
all.
it.
It's awful.
It's horrible.
Stop it.
The
don't
whole
like-
experience.
I don't
is
like
bad.
I don't
Aldi
even-
or
yeah.
Trader Joe's.
I don't even consider it a grocery store. Like it's
So-
just a trash hole. Is
This
what it
is no okay. I will say their
terrible.
selection is like
It's pretty damn bad.
meh, but I like what they stand for as a company.
I could
Are you
care
ready?
less.
Penny pinchers. You got to pay a quarter to get
no,
a cart.
listen.
No,
Enough crap.
thanks.
I've gone in.
You have to bring the
and
buggy
walked.
back.
Yeah, well, that's why they have cart returns at normal grocery stores.
I put the
That-
cart back no matter where I'm at.
And you have to pay for bags, encouraging people to bring their own, which is environmentally friendly.
I'm not
No.
walking all the way back into the
Nope.
store to put a cart back.
They have the best
Well, I mean, I
kombucha
put it in the.
The return
selection.
thing, yeah.
I'm sorry, Aldi's just
And then
awful.
their sourdough bread, if you look at the ingredients,
I'd
it
rather
only
make
has
my
like
own.
4 ingredients versus what you would get at other stores. I like Aldi for the supplementing as much as I can.
I make my own bread, so.
Aldi can burn.
I can't figure out how to make bread.
I don't
You haven't
like
made
Aldi
it?
at
You
all.
want my starter?
I can do focaccia,
So
but
I'd rather make my own sourdough. If I'm gonna eat sourdough, I'm making it.
That's what I make.
I need help making like sandwich bread.
She's like, real talk for a second. I need help making sandwich.
Sorry.
I just make sourdough.
Aldi to me is no.
Yeah, I've gone probably twice, maybe 3 times, and walked back out.
Every time
not
I go,
buying
I
anything.
regret it. I'm
The
like,
first time
why
I
do
went,
I
I
do
couldn't
this?
find a quarter, and I got mad. And
First time
because I didn't know, I had no idea about it.
Thank you.
And
I'm like,
I
this is
literally just like
rock.
left without even going in.
So I'm like, so what do I have to do? Just like hold
Yeah.
my stuff? Like,
And
no.
then
me a
I've gone
card.
twice after that, and I've literally walked in
They're-
and just walked around.
They're
and
bagless
like,
too, aren't they? Like you have to have your own
bring your own
bag.
bags.
So stupid.
It encourages. Why do you take home 75 plastic bags every single week? People take their produce
take home
and they
75.
put it in a plastic bag to put it in a plastic bag when produce literally grows in the dirt. Wash it before. Just put it in the cart
I do wash it.
and then put it in a cloth bag. Stop using all this plastic.
I
reuse
keep all
it.
that plastic and reuse
No,
it.
you
Yeah.
don't. I
I
know you
reuse
don't
those
bring.
bags for everything.
Trash can next
School
to the
lunches for my
toilet.
kids,
I
like
throw
clothes
mine
when they go to
away.
the water park, they put their fresh clothes in there. We have.
Use reusable bags for
system to
that.
Why would I do that?
They're perfect for cat litter to
This is
clean the
better
cat
for the
box.
environment.
Well, nobody cares about the environment.
Yeah, who cares
I
about
know
that?
you guys don't.
Yeah, like I mean, I said let's get down to the root cause here. Like, who cares? It's plastic, and I do recycle. I have a recycle bin, even though they go to the same landfill, and that again is a crock because I see the recycle trucks dump right next to the trash trucks when I take my dumpsters all the time. So don't recycle, people, because it's a lie. So
Yeah, there's whole
Boom.
documentaries about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like if you go there, it's so much of a hassle. You have to remember to take your bags, or you have to buy new ones when you get there. You got to
can
have a
put all of your
quarter.
groceries into the reusable totes. You can fit a whole week's worth for a whole family into 4. Like, it's so much more convenient for.
Trader Joe's is just as bad.
It's convenient for the
carrying-
grocery
Trader
store.
Joe's sucks.
I don't care about the
I'll say
grocery
this.
store.
I do ask for paper when they have it.
I like paper better.
I prefer paper over the plastic, but I don't know of anyone that's getting
Both bad.
4 tote bags for a week worth of food.
Every week.
Last time I went, I spent $350 at the grocery
Yeah, we
store.
shove like a ton of things in these
You weren't
bags.
shoving what I bought in 4 tote bags. I guarantee you.
That's a lot.
I don't know what you're.
You're a family of 4, though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's 3 of
We're-
them, and one of them's tiny.
We're 2.5.
we're 3.5.
2 1/4. I'm 1.
I Aldi.
We don't eat
no way.
snacks though.
I like Kroger for all my stuff, and then I like Fresh Market for my steaks.
Fresh Market's the way to go.
For steaks. Now, you'll go broke
Oh,
buying
for
everything
steaks?
else.
I don't know. Steak. I mean, they have great steaks.
What's
but
the
I'm good.
cheese.
What's the one down here on the?
That's Fresh Market.
Is that Fresh Market? What's
I'm-
the one out?
There's Whole Foods.
Whole Foods. Yeah, both
I'm
of
going
those
to the butcher.
interchangeable for.
Butcher shop for me.
I do like Butcher Shop, but just for my
I don't.
everyday meats.
Bougie.
Oh, the only meat I buy at a grocery store is going to be chicken or like ground beef. But if I want a steak, I'm going to the butcher shop and I'm just getting a certified Angus, nothing crazy, but I'm just going to get it cut the way I want it cut.
Yeah.
Because I think grocery store cuts are awful. They like that much fat all the way around the edge. Like
Well,
at
Fresh
least
Market's a
butcher-
lot better than
But that's
because they
true.
actually have a butcher.
Yeah, right. It's
In-house.
an in-house
Yeah.
butcher, so it makes it. And that's the reason why I don't buy steaks at the grocery store. Is most people, if you pay
Yeah, they
attention to
thin
it,
cut.
they thin cut the meat, and then you've got a ring of fat like that all the way around,
Yeah.
and you're paying more. I mean, you're buying more fat than you are meat most of the time. It's crazy, but yeah, butcher shop it for your meat, people.
What's always on your list? I know you're peanut butter.
Yeah, I'm chicken.
Always on the list.
I always have granola. I eat a lot of granola.
I'm always buying milk, like every time I go, because my kids just, I mean, they're like made of milk.
Creamer.
Yeah, they don't. It's water and milk. That's all we let them drink.
I literally probably order the same thing every week, give or take, because I'm
My
I'm
list's
going
pretty much the
offline,
same.
off, and that helps me too, versus going shopping.
Very rarely do I add anything to. I go to the store a lot though. Like I do an essentials run once a week, and that's literally like the same thing every week.
I just
Getting,
order
like
Sundays.
milk, butter, eggs, just your typical stuff. And
That's
then
what
like
you're in the mood for.
yeah, and then I'll go like 2 or 3 times during the week additionally to get like stuff for a specific meal. Like if I'm gonna cook a dinner, I'll just go and get that. Like if I don't have asparagus and I'm doing like steaks and asparagus or something, I will go to the store and just buy one bundle of asparagus, nothing else. Like if that's all we needed, I'll just go and get it. So
So you
I
don't
like
plan
going to
your
the store.
meals ahead of time?
No, because if I do, I feel like we buy too much and it goes to waste, and then we don't ever make it. So I'd much rather go to the store one day, like every day, and just buy dinner for that day
With a new plastic bag.
with a new plastic bag, and not have to pay for my cart, and go to the cashier that's going to scan it and bag it for me, and put it back in my cart so that I can then roll it to my car.
I don't like waiting in line for the cashier, so the self checkout is more convenient. But if you've got like a massive
I've
amount
got a whole
of
buggy.
stuff,
I'm waiting.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I don't
Like now, my one bundle of asparagus, yeah, I'll self check out. I still hate it, but I'll do it because it's open. But I'm not with the $350 bill I had the
Oh
other
yeah,
day.
no, that's not a
I
self
waited for
checkout.
10 minutes. I was like, I am not self scanning
Yeah.
all this
I'm
stuff.
not a 1099 for the grocery store, so
No.
I check out.
I know you don't do a lot of cooking, Tyler, but is there
Nope.
anything that
Yeah, I don't cook like at all. It's rare. I used to cook all the time, but I just don't. Regular stuff. I mean, coffee and creamer are like every trip. Every trip.
So what? All right. So what do you do for food then?
That's what always baffles me. I don't
Eat out a lot. Frozen stuff that's quick and easy to make. Microwave living,
Processed.
you know.
So I mean, you are buying stuff at the store.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
not
yeah.
like fresh food.
Yeah, I'm just not like going and getting
Swanson's TV dinners.
vegetables and
You're buying like
all of that.
You're still like buying
Kid
pizza
cuisine.
rolls. And,
Yeah. I mean, I'll get the occasional, like, I'm going to make hamburgers tonight, or I'm going to make spaghetti, or, like, if I'm in the mood, I'll get stuff to cook, but it's rare.
I made chili dogs last night. Chili cheese dogs. God, they were good.
I made chili cheese fries last night.
Did you?
I feel like we're always making
I
similar
say
stuff.
we're always. It's so weird. Every time she sends me a video or I see something on TikTok posting, or we talk about like, I don't know why we talk about it, but like, what'd you eat? It's like always very something simple. But it's chili cheese dogs last night
Yeah.
I feel like food comes up in the group chat a lot,
because food is love. Food is life. It's everything.
especially Todd and his bread.
His bread does come up a lot.
I make it once a week.
That explains why it comes up a lot.
He's the king of bread.
I didn't realize you made it that often.
It's usually, well, I skipped a week last week, but almost once a week.
How dare you?
But
Well, the sourdough starter was still.
yeah, you have to
Still
plan
chilling.
it 3 days before if I'm going to make it, because I don't feed it and discard every day. Usually 3 days before I make it, I start it to get it.
It's just an adult Tamagotchi, and I just didn't have the patience for that.
All of that sounds not fun.
I don't need another
But it's so
responsibility.
good. I
Sounds
could
not
literally,
fun.
I could live on bread and butter.
My favorite
Good
time of the
bread and
year
butter.
is fast approaching, and that is football season with grilling and cooking out. Like, it is everything to me. Like, you all, I rarely text, as you all are well aware of in the group text.
Or at all.
But now you're about, well, yeah, typically, yeah, I rarely do it. But now you're about to get blown up with it, because during football season, I'm constantly cooking.
Those are my favorite. When people are like, I don't want to see your Instagram story with like what you're eating. I'm like, please do.
Yeah, I
Show
love
me
that.
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, I was going
I
to
get
say.
so many different ideas from what people are making. I'm like, that looks really good. I'm going to try that.
I'm coming to your house and I'm sitting beside the grill.
Okay.
When you
Like,
make those smash burgers,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
yeah, the smash burgers, the pig shots, those things are.
All of it.
Did I bring the pig shots in? I think I brought
Nope.
them in one
Nope.
day.
No,
No, you didn't.
you won't share those.
You will not share those.
Well, I brought them in. I know Cassidy had them. I guess it was when we were over there.
Who's
His
Cassidy?
favorites.
Yeah, I don't what? Yeah, they were good. God, those pig shots are good.
That's what I miss about it. It's hard when you're cooking for yourself. You don't like want to get all fancy all the time and stuff like that. You just want it quick and easy.
That's when I make my
and-
most fancy meals. Though, is when I'm cooking for just me,
Yeah.
because I don't have to worry about two kids that are going to be picky about
Yeah.
everything, and then my wife who's like, I'm just not feeling it. I'm just going to make ramen. I'm like, okay, sweet. So when it's just me, I love it, because I'm like, all right, here we go. I'm gonna fancify this feast.
No, I do that for like Thanksgiving and Christmas. You know, I'll do the whole
Well, that's obvious.
spiel.
You guys
It's
are
the
making me
holidays.
hungry already.
I know. I'm like salivating.
It's like
right now.
almost lunchtime. I'm starting to get hungry.
We're
and
talking
this-
about grocery stores and food.
Yeah.
Bad call, Brittany.
Speaking of,
Best time
I
to
have
go
a hot
shopping.
take.
Oh no.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I heard you say a few minutes ago, like, yeah, I'll make hamburgers. I think that from what I've witnessed, people that say hamburger instead of cheeseburger, it's a very country thing to say hamburger.
Yeah.
instead of
Because I
saying
always eat
cheeseburger.
them with cheese, but
Yeah.
I don't say cheeseburger.
I feel like most people eat them with cheese,
Yeah.
unless they're
My husband
lactose.
says the same thing, hamburger, every time.
Oh, see,
I'm like,
I grew up.
the only thing
my
he
dad
eats
doesn't
on his
eat
burger is cheese.
A lot of
My dad
people
does
that I'm
not eat
around
cheese.
do not eat cheese.
So when he says hamburger, we always knew
actually a hamburger.
it was actually just a hamburger. So I've never really, I hadn't noticed that. Now I'm gonna pay attention to that.
Yeah.
I
'cause
think I just say
I bet you
burgers.
people say
I-
that's typically what I say is, "Hey, I'm making burgers." That could be both.
I
Yeah.
literally will, like, if I'm going somewhere and somebody's like, I want a hamburger, and I'm like, okay, so do you want cheese or not? Like, literally, that's the conversation. So
What kind of, or what kind of cheese you want on that?
yeah, like,
It's like, no, I just want a hamburger. I've never really thought of that.
yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed it quite a bit.
That's interesting. I'm gonna have to look or pay attention because I mean,
Kind of like the Coke thing, I guess.
yeah, it's exactly like that. Hamburger.
Yeah.
Could also mean cheeseburger. I've never thought of it that way.
Do you put mustard on your hot dogs?
I do.
Ketchup?
Yeah, yeah.
I used to be just a mustard only guy, like kind of guy, like mustard, chili, and cheese. That was my go-to.
Yep.
But now I've ventured out. I love ketchup. I just never put it on hot dogs. Now I put it on hot dogs with the mustard and chili and all
Like
that
when
stuff.
you go to like Chicago and stuff like that, they're very anti-ketchup.
What about mayonnaise?
I've even put mayonnaise on
I
a
love
hot dog.
mayonnaise.
I
That's
love
what
it.
I've always done that.
It's really good.
I put mayonnaise,
Some people look at me
mustard,
like, "What the
ketchup, onions.
mayonnaise on a corn
I
dog.
don't do all that.
I could get behind that all day.
Never
Like,
had it on.
I
that.
love mayonnaise though. I will put it on.
Like,
I put it on everything.
jeez, oh my God.
I'll take mayonnaise
It's
and
like
ketchup,
Frank-
mix it together,
it's
and
like
dip
Frank's
the corn
Red
dog in
Hot.
it.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. People are like, "You did what?"
Mayo chup or whatever. Like,
I'm
they
like,
actually
yeah.
sell it premixed now.
Cheese on mine.
Well, mayo is the
dog.
base of most restaurant sauces out there that we all like. Like
Yeah.
the shrimp sauce from Asian places.
Yeah.
Mayo based. People are like, "No." Yes.
What else
It
do you
is.
think
What
it
do you,
is?
yeah, what do you think's in there? Sour cream?
all mayo.
No, it's mayo.
Thousand Island.
Even if-
Yep.
Even
Blue
if it's
onion
not
sauce.
like,
Oh, I love the blue onion
it's,
sauce.
even if they don't just like take scoops of mayo and mix it, even if they're doing like the oil and egg whites and all that and making their own mayonnaise, it's still mayonnaise.
Still mayonnaise.
Ramalade.
Remoulade ding dong. That's what I always call it. It's
You are a
sauce.
ding dong.
I am a ding dong.
Hey y'all, Tyler here with your real estate tip of the day. When it comes to buying a home, there are countless complex steps involved in the process. It's so important to have a trusted agent to guide you along. Don't work with a realtor just because they happen to be your cousin's brother-in-law. Interview your possible agent and don't be afraid to ask the hard questions. Sit down and get to know them and learn how they operate. Ask things like, how long have you been in business? What areas do you work? What are your specialties? And the big one, especially going forward, what does their representation cost? Be well informed before you sign the agreement and marry that agent. If you want to know more about all the steps involved in the buying process, or if you have any other real estate questions, be sure to let us know at holler@yarpod.com.
Okay, and we're back. Do you know any free treats that they do at different grocery stores?
I love Fresh Market actually used to have like free like little fudge and like trail mix stuff
Ooh.
because they always have those like little dispensers.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the little samples.
No, they did.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
They have
saying.
a
Like they have
dispenser?
Those samples. Yeah, like when you go to the Fresh Market, they have like all the nuts and all the pretzels and all the candies and the
okay,
little
yeah.
dispenser things.
I don't think that's for samples.
No, but they had samples like out. But the king of samples has always been like Sam's and Costco.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Like those places.
You
they're
go
in
on a
every
Saturday or
corner.
Sunday,
Yeah.
and it's like Sample City.
I used to just go
Yeah.
because they had samples, and I'm like,
I know
let's see
people that
what's-
would go.
Let's see what's good.
They did that on purpose. They wanted
Yeah.
you to come for the
Oh, yeah.
samples.
But see, I just didn't buy anything. I just went and ate samples.
I'm
And
gonna
I'm like,
hack the system.
I'm
I
sure.
hacked it.
You paid
I'm
for
sure
it.
a
You're
lot
I
of
like,
it
89
should
cent
be.
barcoded everything.
I stopped doing the membership because I don't need to spend $300 on groceries.
I had a free membership, so that's why
Yeah.
I wasn't going to pay for it.
I love their stuff, but you know, you get a pack of New York strips,
My mom
13
always
of
said
them.
it's
Yeah.
you go broke saving money at those places.
Yeah.
Because you do save a ton, but you spend a ton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your
So-
spices in gallon containers, and
I mean, if you did it right, like ideally you would go to Costco or Sam's Club like maybe 6 times a year, like once every couple months, and you would load up on the big items that you go through a lot of, like paper products and stuff like that
But
you
that's
just know
when
you
the
need to buy in
second
bulk.
freezer comes into play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the point. I think if you wanted to truly save money, you would go to Costco maybe like 4 to 6 times a year, and then you'd supplement with regular grocery runs.
Yeah, you're not going to Sam's or Costco for like your normal
No,
veggies.
but I
and
know
stuff.
people that do that
Yeah,
now, and I'm
yeah.
like, you all are spending so much money.
Yeah.
Like it's insane.
And
They're
then
like, but the
stuff gets
savings.
Like
I'm like,
freezer-
7-layer
I'm like,
dip.
great, yeah, yeah. I mean, how much did that
So good.
10-pound bag of green peppers make you? I mean, it's like that's insane.
They're really good for like mom and pop businesses, food trucks, and stuff like that.
My
They don't
grandparents
wanna-
used to run like the Rocky Hill baseball concession stand,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they would always do that. Like during baseball season, they would go to like Costco and Sam's, and then there was some other kind of like a U.S. Foods, but it would sell specifically to like local
Gordon's.
concession stand. Yeah, something like that. And they would go there, and I mean, they saved a fortune.
Yeah.
and it would allow them to make money and stay open and do all that stuff.
The
But yeah,
guy that I used, he owned the Dairy Queen that I worked for years ago when I was the manager there. He was the cheapest person ever. And he would like, instead of using the Dairy Queen brand stuff on the truck order, he would go and buy bulk vegetables and stuff from like Sam's Club and Costco, and this includes off-brand Oreos and stuff for the Oreo blizzards. Like he was
No,
really
totally-
skirting
totally
the rules.
against the
like,
franchise.
Yeah.
it's like that ought to be reported.
Oh,
Like,
eventually they
reported.
came in to do like their routine inspection and
Their
found
audits.
that stuff, and yeah, it was he got in trouble for it, but who knows how much money he saved doing that.
Oh, I'm sure he saved a ton for him.
But it was like everything was so cheap. This
Dairy
guy
Queen was probably like, "You are brilliant, but you are fired."
yeah.
You saved us so much money. That's insane. Now get out of here.
You are now Dairy King.
It was bad.
Oh, that's true. Good one, Todd.
He was not great.
Yeah. I don't like too much freezer burn and stuff like that. I don't buy crazy amount of stuff like that.
But that's.
Yeah.
I've always thought king of samples. Costco and Sam's.
Yep.
Well, when I was a kid, well, I guess outside of samples, maybe just free stuff for kids. When I was a kid at Walmart, when you go through like the bakery
Get a
section
free
and
cookie.
stuff like that, they give you a free cookie.
Yeah, Food City does that too. Every time we go by,
And
the kids are like,
yeah.
they're like, free cookie.
And then at
Little
Kroger, we go to
tougher when
Kroger
you're an
now.
adult.
Yeah.
Got my cookie.
Kroger, does Kroger do it?
Kroger does
think they all do
a
it.
free banana.
Oh, that's
Get outta
that's a
here.
cop out.
Bellamy loves it.
No kid wants a free
Yeah, but you're-
banana. Give me the cookie, man.
Bellamy gets so excited about those bananas.
Okay, I mean
You're
that's great. but,
Raising
like,
him
still,
to be a
give me the
hippie.
cookie.
Of course he's excited over the
So
banana.
do you want a banana? And he goes, oh,
I can
he
tell you
runs
right
over to
now,
me.
my 9-year-old, if
For
you
you.
handed him a banana walking through Food City, he would throw it right back at you. He'd be like, "Where's my cookie?" Like, and he is like,
that's
when I
good.
say we're going to Food City, he's like, "Can I get a cookie?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, then I'll go."
You've
Like,
got to
otherwise, he's not going. And I'm like, so sometimes I'll be like, "There's no cookies," and he's like, "I don't want to go then." But
Are
because
they out of cookies, or are you just telling them
I just
that?
tell him that sometimes.
Yeah, he doesn't want him to go.
Because well, and I know if it's a big run, I don't want him to go because he's gonna 10 minutes into it, he's gonna be like, "Can we go home?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, we cannot. You are gonna sit there and be good."
We have another hour worth of shopping to do before we can go home.
It's when you
How
threaten
do y'all
them with-
shop when you go to the grocery store?
I go get what I need and get out.
Yeah, but are you well? I do the same thing. Like when Lakin goes to shop, I love her to death, but she will be gone for like 2 hours to the grocery store.
That's what I mean. Like
She spends 10 minutes in the parking lot jamming out when she gets there. Then she goes in. Then she just kind of wanders.
Yeah.
And then like when I check out, she'll spend like 10 minutes in the car jamming and texting. Like, "Hey, I got groceries. I'm on the way home." I'm like, "Okay, great. Where are you?" She's like, "Parking lot." I'm like, "Just head on home." And then when she gets home, she chills again. She's all about music. So it's like a 2-hour ordeal for her to go to the store for very small things, and it drives me crazy. When I go in though, I'm like, it's like I've got the map of the store in my head.
Yeah.
And I'm playing. It's always
You're
like an
like
out of body
Queen's Gambit.
experience. Yeah, like it is crazy. It's like an out of body experience. I've got my chess moves like 10 moves ahead. I'm like, and if they don't have it here or they're out of this, then I'm actually going to go over here and I'm going to
Yeah.
get this.
Exactly.
I'm in and out of there in like 20, 30 minutes.
I
And
hate
it's just
being
a machine.
stuck in the grocery store.
It's the worst feeling. And it drives me crazy, too, when people immediately go in and go to the right, and they go straight to produce. I'm like, go there last. You go in, you do the aisles first, because the way grocery stores are set up is all the non-perishable goods are in the middle. All the organic, fresh, perishable stuff is on the outsides. You shop on the outside last. The people go straight to the vegetables.
I do that.
Get it last. Like, why?
Because that's the order that it's in. I do
No.
the flow. I go produce and then go
No.
up the aisles and dairy and then back down, go to cosmetics and check out. Make a
There's
circle.
a reason why it starts with aisle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then you do the outside
You think there's a
perimeter.
reason that maybe they put
I
produce
was going to say
in
there's
front
a
of
reason
aisle
to
one?
produce in the.
There's no aisle 0.
I go
Just
produce.
because they didn't give it a
meat,
number
You
doesn't
start
mean
at
that they
one
didn't
and-
organize it that way.
Well, they'll even tell you it's designed. Grocery stores are designed to go through the
Who
orders.
will tell you that?
People that design grocery stores, like
I
Google.
I want
You
to
have
hear them
friends?
tell me that.
I do cold stuff
Google it.
last. That's kind of my only
Yeah, you have
rule.
to do your cold and your produce last. People go straight there first, and I'm like, you're doing it wrong.
I go back for
Like
the
it's just-
sushi. Hot take. I love Kroger sushi.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I've tried it.
I-
But it's
I want it made right in front of me when I order it.
They make it right there. They're
Yeah, they
making
do.
I
it.
know, but
Oh,
but
I
it
thought
also
you meant you
sits in
just
the
like
thing.
bought the tray. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they
But
also
I mean,
make
they're
it there.
just making it.
yeah, they're made fresh in the morning.
Yeah.
He's there making it
That's
whenever
not
I'm there.
fresh. That's in the morning.
He's
Hey,
there
When I go to Stir Fry Cafe and I order
I go by. I'm
sushi
there in the
roll,
morning.
Are they pulling one out from the morning? No. They're,
On Wednesdays,
They're
they're
making it
pulling it
right
from the
there.
day before.
They got a
No,
date
they're
sticker.
making it
They're
right
good for
there.
3 days.
half
No,
price
I don't,
sushi.
it's that day.
yeah.
And
I was
I'm
the
there
king
in
of
the
Stir Fry.
morning.
I sat there for 5 years.
Yeah, you'd have to. be
Charlie
there
would make it
early.
right there in front of you every Wednesday and Saturday. I guarantee it. That's fresh sushi, not made in the morning.
If I go somewhere to order sushi, I expect to wait a minute because they're
Yes.
making it.
That's like people
They're
buying
making it
gas
when I'm-
station sushi.
He just made it and put it in.
I'm down for gas station sushi.
You can tell yourself that, Todd.
I've seen him right there making it.
Did you watch him set the one you bought down before you picked it up?
He made it 5 minutes before that.
Were you there to
Did
see
you
him
see
make it
him
5
make
I'm
minutes?
on
5
Todd's
minutes before
team.
that?
I eat it all the time.
Well, that still doesn't. I mean, people
And
eat
it's
rotten
damn
food all the
good.
time and they don't get sick. It still doesn't mean it's fresh. It's no. Fresh is made in front of you. That's
Yeah.
fresh made food. Okay. I just can't. Sushi made at 8 a.m. and you buy it at 5 p.m. is not fresh
I'm never buying it at
sushi.
5 p.m. I'm buying it at 10 a.m.
Still sushi.
When do you eat it? At 5 p.m.?
No, I'm eating it there in the parking lot before I leave. I swear to God, every time I do, I eat it before I get home.
Well, then you are the quintessential outside.
I feel like most people eat it as soon as they get it.
Probably.
God, I would
Yeah.
hope so. Because,
So that's the last thing I buy. I go back to the produce.
so you do it right. That's what
But I
you
started
should do.
produce.
Well, and there you're doing it wrong.
And then I go back and grab
You
my sushi.
always
and
start
come
on
back
the
in.
inside aisles, and then you work the outside where the cold, the juices, the milks, the eggs, the produce.
You
He's not
should.
challenged very often.
should,
He's digging
but-
his heels in.
I'm just saying.
I go
Google it.
produce, meat, dairy.
Yeah, I mean,
aisles.
I get it because I see everybody else do that, and I'm like, because that's just the
And
way
I'm out
they
in
think the flow
I'm
is.
out in 20 minutes.
It's
Vegetables,
like you can just
like-
not do that.
Produce, I don't care so much to be like on the front of my purchase because they don't have to stay cold. You just whatever. But they're less likely to get bruised if you buy them last. So,
There's a reason why you wait
I'm a
and get them
2-minute
last.
drive from the grocery store, so by the time I spend 20 minutes in there in total, and then 2 minutes
Well, it's not
home,
all. It's not all about it staying cool and fresh. I mean, that's another perfect reason why I always go last. If you buy a bunch of strawberries, okay, and you put them in the
in
bottom
a
of your
plastic
cart,
container.
yeah, and then
in
you
a
put a
box.
gallon of milk on it, you think that plastic container is going to hold up
That's
to a gallon
going
of
in
Every
milk?
my-
now and then you
that's
do
going in
need
my
to use
top
common
part.
sense and not put a gallon of milk on top of strawberries.
Well, and how many people use common sense nowadays?
Do you?
not very many.
All the time, but I'm considered smart. Most people aren't.
Who was saying that?
The guy driving down the interstate. Remember the guy driving down the interstate not looking up once? Is that common sense?
No.
That's 85% of people out there, according to the state of Tennessee. That's why
You're
they did
right.
hands-free in Tennessee.
You're right.
Hey, I'm just saying, if you're putting produce
That's
in
a
the
stupid
bottom,
law.
My car drives itself, so I can kind of do whatever I want.
there's a reason why you do produce last. You can Google it. It's not the Nick Cantey method. It's just the way they lay them out. It's like, do you get in the turn lane to turn right when it's in the center? No, you don't have to start over there. You can start anywhere. I mean, it's just common sense. Do you have it?
No,
Not if you're putting it at the bottom.
I have zero common sense.
I'm not putting that much in my cart, so
Well,
So
we've established you cook for one and
Right.
buy all frozen. So that's totally
well,
different.
yeah.
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 So that's stuff you can smash in the bottom. I put frozen broccoli at the bottom.
So I'm
Right.
a Walmart person myself.
For groceries,
Yes. My
we're gonna shut it down.
my first 24 hours on Earth, I'm pretty sure I was in a Walmart with my mom. And there are Walmarts in every state in the United States.
Oh yeah.
Do we add S's to the Walmarts?
What?
Everyone says Kroger's, Walmart's, Food
Oh,
City.
Walmart's not a grocer. Unless you go to the fresh Walmarts, then that's strictly a grocery store. But they just happen to have groceries, but they're more than that's like Target.
Oh, you're talking about because people are like, I'm going to Kroger's, but there's not an S.
Yes,
on Kroger.
that's exactly what I was
Oh,
Say
I thought you were
Walmarts.
talking about like as a grocer.
Walmart, I
I was
say Walmart. Kroger, probably do say Kroger's, but I don't say Food Cities.
That's another country.
It's
thing.
just
like, Food Cities.
It's just a like.
Yeah, you'd be surprised if people do it though.
You think people say Food Cities?
People add S to almost all of them.
the Kroger's that gets me. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I guess I do say Kroger's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone does.
But it's
Not, I
Kroger.
wouldn't say everyone does, but a
Yeah.
lot of people do.
I say Kroger.
It's funny. I mean, I
didn't
I
even-
probably go back and forth
I
on
didn't even
it.
think about that. I wonder what else I say that with. Just add an S.
I think so.
Kroger's.
No,
I don't
I
say
don't know.
Targets. I
I think I
Target.
feel like that's the one that people don't say.
Do people say Walmarts? That's not my phone.
I don't know whose phone that is.
I think that's yours, Todd.
Is it?
Mine's
Yeah,
on silent.
It's possible.
Across the room.
You didn't put it on Do Not Disturb before we started recording video on your phone.
Although the audio's on this.
Wait,
so
do people say Walmarts? Like,
don't
like,
think so.
like if you.
Now that you've heard it, you probably can't unhear
No,
it.
they
can't-
say
I
no. They
can't.
say they do say the Walmarts.
I think
I
I've
hear
heard
that a lot. Yeah.
I've never. I just.
I've just
I
seen
know.
it.
I know.
I've seen
I'm
it
guilty
been
of
brought
saying
up before.
Kroger's. I say Kroger's all the time. I know. I'm
yeah,
guilty
I
of that.
do. I say Kroger.
But I've never thought about it on any
The
other
Walmarts.
ones. The
I hear that a
Walmart.
lot.
I think I've heard that before. It just.
Now you won't be able to unhear it.
Yeah. Now I can't. And I'm the corrector. I have to correct.
I was gonna
So
say, there's people
now
that
I have to
correct,
correct myself. So when I say Kroger's, I'm gonna be like, "No, Nick, Kroger."
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
And Lakin will look at me like, "You are crazy. Like, you are crazy." What else is there that we do that with? I'm curious now.
I'm sure there's plenty. I don't know.
It's McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
Like, please tell me there's. I'm just like thinking of
McDonald's.
I'm like, is it McDonald?
Oh,
Yeah,
McDonald's.
it's McDonald's. Okay, I'm gonna lose my mind thinking about this. Y'all just broke me.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's a good episode for today. Thank you for tuning in. If you will rate, review, and subscribe, especially on YouTube, and join us next week.
Your pods.
See you guys.
Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. If you or someone you know is thinking about buying or selling real estate in East Tennessee, email us at holler@yarpod.com. You can also reach Brittany Hawkins at 423-270-9572, Todd Huber at 865-456-0101, Tyler Letner at 865-816-0076, and Nick Cantey at 865-250-5167. Our office at Wallace Real Estate can be reached at 865-584-4000. Make sure to ask for YARPod. See y'all next week.